to Taylor Treasures.
Hello, we're back.
I miss saying that.
What?
I miss saying that.
You just walk around the house and say it all the time.
So we've got a new season 4.
4 already.
4.
How did that happen?
I know, how'd that happen? Already, 2 years? In our second year of doing YouTube.
Yeah,
That's crazy. So we've got a new opening, new logos, new mugs. Now I know Laura's is still kind of bluish, but it has a purple hue, and that's the only one I could find that could fit the whole picture. But she does have her name in purple, so
yeah,
there you go.
There you go, purple.
Yeah. So we have a surprise at the end of this, a kind of a giveaway thing. So stick around, and remember to subscribe and press the bell and share us and
all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. So today Laura has something to share with us about a trip.
I went somewhere pretty cool. I got to go to Puerto Rico, which is pretty awesome.
Look at that.
Hence,
isn't that cool?
The shirt.
Look at that.
It was with my church. We went on a mission trip.
Yep.
Which I've always wanted to do, so I was really excited I got to go. It was a first time for everything. I went with people from my church, and my dad went too. So that was kind of nice. Had a family member there.
Yeah.
It was first time on an airplane, first time not in the States. I know Puerto Rico is still part of the U.S., but
yeah,
we went over the ocean.
Yeah.
So there is so much that happened. There's no way I can tell everything that happened. And yeah, so I'm just going to try to condense it, but seriously, there's so much that happened.
Oh, yeah.
So first of all, I can start with the plane ride. First time on a plane, I have to say I love flying. I mean, we didn't really hit any turbulence. Maybe that's why I love it.
That's what I worry about, because I get car sickness a lot, so I'm I'd be afraid on a plane. A car you can get out of, but a plane you're kind of stuck. And if you get really sick...
I wondered if I would get claustrophobic because I do get car sick sometimes, but none of that at all. On the way back, my ear did get a little bit clogged, but by the time I started walking, it was fine.
Oh.
So we got to fly over the ocean, and then we got to see it at night, which is really cool. So we flew into Arecibo, and all we could see were blue tarps on top of the roofs because they aren't roofs. They don't have any roofs yet. They're just these blue tarps.
Yeah, because of the hurricanes.
Right. We're trying to help with that relief. So anyway, we got to the little island, and we stayed in the church in Arecibo is where we stayed. It was kind of our home base. And then each day, we had 4 total work sites of people that they knew needed help. And we mostly went to 3 of them. I only went to 2. So each day we basically go to a work site. We would do whatever they needed done. It was mostly construction stuff. And then we would take a break for lunch. We'd keep working until, 4:35. And then we get to come back and go to the ocean, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then after the ocean, we go back to the church. And there was this lady. Her name was Rosie. And she would make us this wonderful meal.
Yeah.
It was great.
Because they love giving food over there.
Yes. They love food, and they love to give food.
Yeah.
And so it was funny because she always had to, the people that were helping her, they would serve us on our plate. We weren't allowed to take as much as we wanted. They're here, have this giant serving and eat it all, which was very nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of the gist of how the days of the week went. I have to say, I just loved getting to know the people there. There's so much devastation. I knew it was going to be, obviously needed help, but I just thought by now it would not look the way that it did. It still is very, it's not fixed yet from the hurricanes. There was so much devastation. So there was so many people that did so much work. I can kind of tell a little bit about the work sites that I went to.
Okay.
The one work site was this house for this guy. He had 9 kids. I didn't meet his family. I met his wife a little bit. They lived somewhere else. It was a very bad area, and they wanted to move to this other house. And as you can see from the pictures, this is their upgrade. It was mind-blowing that this is what they're trying to get into.
Right.
So anyway, we were supposed to put on a roof. Well, the contractor didn't show up for the first 2 days. I guess he had been in the States or something, and he just couldn't make it the first 2 days. So we asked the homeowner, well, is there anything we can do? And he's like, yeah. And there was this giant pile of rubble in the front of his house, and he wanted to move it to the back of his house as fill so he could put concrete over it, and so it wouldn't just be grass. It would have fill on it.
Right.
So for like hours, we just took 5-gallon buckets. We would shovel the rocks into the buckets and we would carry them. The group I was with was really awesome. Like, we just had a great time. There was this translator. His name was Edwin. He was with us. He was so funny, and he would just tell us stories, and it was just really great. He would go out and he would buy us these little ice treats. They were called Limber, and I think they were called Limber, yeah. And a lady down the street, she would make them and sell them, and he would always bring them to us. Just like, that's what I mean. They would just give out food. Like, even though they had nothing, they would just give food. Another place, somebody gave out mangoes. Another place, I don't think anyone got bananas. We saw banana trees, but they weren't ripe yet.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they would just give all this food away.
And it's Libre? Is it how you say it?
Limber. No. No, it is Limbre. We kept getting it mixed up. It's Limbre, I think. I could be wrong.
So it's kind of like a slushy, right?
Yeah, it's kind of just like a slushy, but more frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very icy. So that was the first work site. The next work site we went to was a lady who, she had a 2-story house. In the top story, she wanted to fix up to be an apartment so she could rent it to like college students or whatever. So there was a lot of paneling, tons of painting on the outside, and it all needed tiled. The floor was going to be all tile, and I have to tell you, there was this guy who did nothing but tile the entire trip.
That'd be hard.
He was amazing, because pretty much all of us, even if we were at the same work site, we kind of got to do different things.
Right.
He just tiled, like, for a week straight. Like, from in the morning till the evening.
So, like, at different...
He was, like, amazing at it, yeah.
At different houses, or was it the same house?
Same house, yeah. And it pretty much got done with the tiling. I think there was just some grouting that didn't get put in, but all the tiles were laid down. And it was a pretty big space, so I'm sure he'll be putting pictures up there.
Yeah.
So kudos to him, because it was pretty amazing.
You saw a lot of dogs, too, right?
Yes. Lots of stray dogs.
Well, some of them had owners.
Yeah, some of them were strays. Some of them had owners that just let them wander around. And I tell you, at one of the work sites, I was like, I'm meant to be at this work site, because there just came this black lab and her little lab puppy. They just came to our work site.
They're so cute.
And they stayed all day. Like, we didn't give them any food. They just walked up. And they just, like, said, hey, how you doing?
The puppy was so cute.
Oh, my gosh, she was adorable. And, yeah, they would just, like, I mean, they were kind of in the way, but that was okay. They were just, like, laying around. And then at one point, they did get hot, and they went to lay under a tree. But that was one day. And then the last time we were there, they came back, and they spent another day with us. And I figured out that they did live up the street.
Did they have names?
It was pretty cool. Well, we named them Porta and Rica.
Porta and Rica.
Gosh, yeah. So those were the 2 work sites that I went to. I know there was another one where there was a roof put onto someone's house. We did eventually, the contractor came to the first site, and we did help with putting the new roof, taking the old roof off and putting the new one on at that first site with like the rocks that we were moving. So that did get started, which was good.
Yeah.
And then somewhere else they put a roof on. The apartment that we were working on pretty much got done. I think the ceiling didn't get finished, but we got the paneling up, we got the tiling done, everything was painted. We cleaned up the backyard because there was a lot of debris there, so we cleaned all that out. So we got a lot accomplished, but it was just seeing how thankful like these people were. Like, pretty much all of us just got food. Like, for lunch we had been expecting to, okay, we're gonna have to, like, we bought food so we could make sandwiches and stuff, but so many people would just make us lunch.
Yeah.
Or, like, the contractor finally came, he would go out and buy us lunch, and he brought it to us. And we're like...
Well, I guess because they don't really have money to give you. That's kind of their way of giving.
Right.
Food.
Right.
Yeah.
So, there's just so much that happened. So those are the work sites that we did. We did get to go to the ocean, which was really, really beautiful. We went to a couple different beaches. One was kind of like a little bay-ish, I guess. There were like rocks around it. And then another one had super big waves. That was a lot of fun that we went to. And then there was another one that Rosie took us to. She was the cook. And she said it was her beach because there was a bunch of sea glass there.
Yeah.
And she actually made everyone, she makes sea glass like rings and earrings, and she gave everybody some homemade sea glass rings and earrings, and they were so pretty.
Laura actually got this one for me. This is one she made.
I mean, she's very talented.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much what our days looked like. We did get to do like there was a church service Sunday that we went to, and we got to meet a bunch of people, and then there was like a Wednesday night Bible study church thing that we also did, so we got to talk to people there. And then the last day we went to San Juan for a little bit of sightseeing. Hopefully you can show the buildings there are just so colorful. Everything is just so colorful. Like the buildings are so pretty, and they have a lot of like iron fencing around. That's just kind of not fencing, but gating sort of. There's just a lot of iron around too, so that was really pretty. So the last day we went to San Juan, and then we came home after that. And it was just an amazing experience, just perspective, seeing what they're living with. Like, they went for 7 months without electricity, some people. I think finally almost everyone on the island has electricity. I think just recently they finally got it all back on. But that's a year. And just the stories of after the hurricane, you would wait in line all day for gas, and you would just hope that a truck would show up.
Sometimes you'd wait all day, and then there wouldn't actually be
and
gas
then you wait,
left.
and they'd say, we're out. We don't have any gas.
And
you have to go home. Also, ice. I was talking to a girl there who she said her and her mom would every day or every 2 days, they would go to the ice line at like 4 a.m. and they would wait until the store opened at like 6 a.m. to get their ice because so many people needed that for their food.
Right.
So, perspective, seeing the difference and how much we have, in the States that I take for granted so much every single day. I guess that's everything. There's so much more that happened. Maybe we can isolate something on another video. Maybe like a certain day in the trip or something.
Right.
But that was pretty much the gist of it. So it was a great experience. And the people we went with were awesome too.
That's a really cool trip. I think you'll probably go again at one point.
Oh, I would love to go back.
So that was a really cool experience to hear about. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So before the Taylor Treasure Box, we have a little giveaway gift.
We do.
So as you know, our logo has changed. We changed it up a little bit. So behind here there's always that painting that I painted like, I don't know, a year ago or so. So we have that right here, and there's a way you can win this.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so all you have to do is email us what your favorite Taylor Treasure episode is, or just one of your favorites, and why you like that episode. You can make it short, you can make it long, whatever you want to do. And you can email us at taylortreasuresltlt@gmail.com, and we will pick our favorite. And then if you win, then we'll just need your address, because obviously we can't send it to you if we don't have that. So hopefully you can win that, and do please be in the contest, because we really would like to give this away to someone. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So remember, all you have to do, favorite episode, get the title, email it to us, and why you like it, and then we will let you know if you won.
Yay.
Look at that. And now it is time for the Taylor Treasure Box. All right.
See what we get.
What do we get? I had to refill them.
They're getting kind of empty.
Yeah. All right. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right. This is a Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Let's see. Would you rather fly or read minds?
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, flying would be kind of scary, even if you knew you could fly. And it'd be kind of.
If you don't want to go on airplanes, you might not want to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with reading minds. That'd be actually kind of pretty cool.
All right, mine is: would you rather only be able to see out of one of your eyes, or not be able to hear out of one ear?
So an ear and eye.
Lose an ear, lose an eye. Probably, I would go with an ear, because you can still hear most things. You just have to always be like, what?
Yeah.
This is your good ear. With an I, you kind of lose.
Right.
Being able
It's
to
kind of
see as
weird.
much.
Like, it's kind of annoying to have, like, half an eye.
Yeah, like this would be,
Yeah.
like, nothing seems right when it's like that.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. Give us a like and a comment and
Send
share
us an email.
Yeah, send us an email for that prize because really want you to win it. And make sure to press the bell after you subscribe. And we will see you next week. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode. If you would like to subscribe right here, you can subscribe. If you'd like to watch a previous episode, you can click up here. If you want to watch a random episode, you can click down here. See you next time. Bye.